share my screen. So the builder design pattern, right? It's also a simple. Yes, MVC is a design pattern. It's one of the design pattern. So today we'll talk about builder design pattern. Before we go on to this one, tell me what is singleton. Lakshani, can you tell what is singleton?
Yeah, sir. We can create. Sir, give me 1 minute.
Okay.
In singleton pattern, we can use only object. We use object for creation. Sir, తెలుగులో చెప్తాను.
Okay.
మనం ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేషన్ అనేది ఒకటే సర్చ్ చేసుకొని అది మనము ఆ క్లాస్ లో మనము ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఉపయోగిస్తాం అన్నమాట.
Okay.
Like we use it's like a sorry
Yeah,
sir,
I got it. So
I
yeah,
can't.
let me rephrase it properly. So singleton, right? This is a creational design pattern, okay, and is used to create only one object in JVM. Simple thing. That is what actually a singleton. Singleton is a creational design pattern where you will create only one object in the JVM. Means if there is any other JVM, it will be having another object, but within the JVM, it will be having it's only this one.
But
Why you need the? Sorry, what's it? Somebody was telling something. Okay, so why we need singleton? Why? Next, actually, somebody may ask you, or you yourself can ask, like, why singleton? Okay. There might be a situation where you want create only one object and reuse it, okay? Or okay, maybe some specific functionality, to load only one time, or to functionality to perform only one time. So this kind of things, right? Singleton actually you can make, like, there might be a situation where you want to create only one object and reuse it. Why you want to reuse it? Actually, that's you don't need actually multiple instances. Multiple instances will make your functionality will spoil your functionality. That's why actually we use for singleton. Next, actually, how you create singleton? First step is make your class constructor private. Okay. Next, create a public static method which will return an instance of the class. That's it. This is what actually your singleton is. Okay, now right. What is factory? Sabha, can you go? Can you tell?
Yes, sir. In factory, we can make many objects, sir.
Okay. A more detailed answer. Kavya, can you correct that? I mean, it's okay. Factory creates more objects, but still more detailed answer. Kavya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is factory?
But how this is? I don't.
Okay, so this is also a creational design pattern. This will be used to create objects. Sabha was close, but she didn't say that. Okay, so this is also to create the objects. What is abstract factory here? Create and return objects of a child class objects. That's what actually you need to remember. So there will be a anything actually. If you take a vehicle, let's take that you took a vehicle. Okay. So let's take that. There is our UML. So it's a vehicle, right? Vehicle. So which will be like a abstract. I will tell that which is abstract. Okay. Which will be having something actually like a this is not there. Method. Only we have like a method. Method is something like yeah, in any methods like a drive method or anything, right? Just mention that one. So which this will be having like a subclasses. Let's say this is a car and this, or can name it like a manual transmission car. Automated car. So which doesn't have gears. So this extends this one. Similarly, this extends this one. So if you ask actually, so there will be now, this is what actually your declaration. And what you will do here actually you create vehicle factory. So here you will be having get vehicle or create vehicle. create vehicle, right? Which will pass like a string type. So within this one, you pass this returns vehicle. So depending on the argument, whatever you are passing, okay, depending on the argument, whatever you are passing, it will return either this one. If you ask like a manual, it will return, okay, in the if condition will be there, return manual transmission car. Okay, but the return type is vehicle. So it still gets the same the type satisfies here, but actually underlying implementation is returned as a manual transmission car. If you say that automated auto gears, it will get the auto gears car. So that's what actually like vehicle factory here. The purpose is, imagine that actually it's as simple as that actually we'll go and ask in a like anywhere, the either factory or showroom. In this case, right? Let's go and you are asking a showroom guy that okay, I want a car. What that guy asks, like what kind of car? You want manual car, sedan, SUV, like what you want, right? So yeah, exactly. So based on that, actually he will show you like, okay, this is here, this is here, this is here, right? So same thing. The factory is meant for creation of a object, and that can be anything that user passes arguments. That is about factory. Now similarly, right? Let's say now you the builder design pattern, right? We'll talk about builder design pattern. Builder design pattern also a creation design pattern, but it is similar to factory. Okay, it is also creates an object, but actually there might be a situation that actually your data is not at the same time. In yesterday example, if you look into this one, okay, let me open. Why I'm not able to type. So in yesterday example, I showed you, right? Here actually Apple factory will create just apples, whatever you want. So similarly, there might be a situation, okay, where you don't have all the data at same time. Okay, let's say let's modify this one for builder. Uh, Let me create a package. Same Apple. So if Apple is not good, already Apple is there. Let's take any another example. Let's say now we want to build a car itself. Car. Okay. So what are the car attributes? We have actually private type, private int number of gears, private string color, private string number of passengers, private anything else. Okay, let's say that this is what actually you have actually in the car. If you want to build this one, right? What if you want to build this one? Okay, what you will do? You will make car. So as mentioned earlier, actually, or the first way is one way is we already know it actually, make constructor with all fields, right? Public constructor, string type, let me auto generate it. So this is what actually first way. One way is doing it. So this is the way actually you can create the object. So anybody actually like a who wants that, right? They can simply pass all the fields here and actually they can create the card. But the problem with this approach is anything. So let's say I'm going to you did this one. I'm just for illustration purpose, I'm creating a main class. So actually what you did, car equals to, or let's take something, a car factory. Through car factory, actually you are creating car. Create car. What are the fields it has? Return new car, type, number of gears, color, number of passengers. So you are returning it. So let's go to test program. Let's say that somebody caller, we act as a caller here. Act as car factory, create car. We are just acting it. Okay, it's not actually real car. Just act like it. This is a client program. You are generating it. So I don't want to write the main methods. That's why actually I'm coming up here. Test. Right? Now what I'm going to do, let's say private car factory equals to new car factory. Here actually what I'm going to do, car equals to new car factory that create car. So I'm passing like I want a white car. Okay. Number of gates, I want at least 5 gates. Uh, color, oh, sorry, type is sedan. Sedan car I want, like 4-wheel car. Color is white. Number of passengers, 5 passengers I want to have. There might be 4 or 5 options, right? Number of passengers, 5 I want it. Okay, so this is what actually I created. We got the car, no issues. Let me print car here. Let me have a toString method also. Now here, right, if I print car, you will see all the car details. Okay, car equals to this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, that's because your factory return whatever the details you pass, you accordingly actually your factory return the car. But let's say assume that this is developed by Kavya. And actually what you are doing, there might be another one, act as another client. Okay. Now what you will do here, right? You will just call this guy act as car, or let's assume that this is developed by now, not this one. I'm returning car here. Return car. So here actually car equals to this. So when she created, right, what she did by mistake actually, see, let's and right. There are setters and getters also in this one. So what she did, car, right? So the car, it's a sedan, right? So by mistake, actually, what she did, set type. Maybe somewhere actually she has some issue, some program actually she did a mistake, and here actually look at this one. So this one, Sabha is calling Kavya program. This is a mistake. Once the object is created, she did a mistake here. She, instead of passing as is object, she updated some of the fields. And now let's see what happens in this case. So actually car created was sedan, but because of a Kavya's mistake, right? Sabha got another type of car, which is like a SUV. This is a problem, right? In most of the cases, what we do, right? We actually need to, when something is created, something actually you read data, we need to make sure actually nobody can modify that one. Okay, nobody can modify that one. So if we allow setter, let's say actually it could be due to setter. I'm removing setter so that she cannot set it. Only get that one. Okay, that's fine. I'm removing setters. It has only getters now. Okay. Okay, I am not able to change it. Okay, right. But still I can set color, right? Type. Okay, that's field also private, so I cannot do it. But what I can do here, right? I can use like a reflection API. So far you understood the problem, right? Any questions actually before I jump onto a reflection API? Do you understand actually the problem? Like the data can change when you create an object. The data can be changed by somebody else, maybe intentionally or by a mistake. We want to avoid that one. That's our goal today. Okay. So the first step is actually what we did. We removed setter. You can ask me like, okay, there is no setter actually. How can you change the data? Okay. So that's where actually reflection API comes. Public void update car using reflection API. So I'm passing car here. What reflection API is, even though the methods are not there, right? It provides a mechanism to access the fields or methods. So how you will do that reflection API? So first thing is you need to go to the class car class equals to class dot, or you can say that car dot class. This is your class. First step actually to read that. Now this class, right, has a method called car class get fields. See here actually it is a field, get field. So what is the field? You want type. But this will throw a error, exception, sorry, no such field error found. Surround with this one. So we will do this one. Now you got field type field. So these all actually coming from reflection API. This is called reflection API. So it's a field. Now, right, type field dot set accessible. As of now, actually, I it's not accessible because it's a private. I'm not in the same class. So what I do, I'm modifying it, whatever they did actually, whatever they here actually somebody did that, right? That I'm modifying it. You can think like this is a hacking. I'm hacking whatever the original program is. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm setting accessible equals to true. They set actually are not accessible, but now I changed accessible equals to true. Okay. That means actually I can access it for the time being. Set. Now set, right? What I'm going to do, set. This is my car object. Okay. And what I'm setting it SUV. So this set also throws a illegal argument exception. That's it. Now that's it. My car is updated. So let me see it. So instead of doing this one, somebody intentionally hacked it. Okay, this one. Hacked. Now let's see actually what is the output it will get it. Type is not found. Okay, it's not field, maybe declared field. Yeah, see, still my value is changed. There is no setter in this one, but using a hacking technique, it's like a local hacking technique, you can call it hacking technique reflection API. I change the value of the type. This is dangerous, right? When you are dealing actually, let's say as a team actually you are dealing, somebody actually within your team may want to spoil your work, or they might have done actually unintentionally by mistakenly. But it's always good practice, right, to avoid these kind of situations. It's always good practice. This is car data. So let's assume that actually sensitive data is coming up, maybe like a Aadhaar number or anything, right? Once you create Aadhaar number, actually somebody is modifying Aadhaar number. Actually, let's say that. Uh, so we put actually Dharani's Aadhaar number here. We created Dharani details actually in the object. A person is a detail. Person name Dharani. Person date of birth and all details are Dharani. Aadhaar number is also given. So now actually what we are doing, we are going to find who is the criminal by looking at the Aadhaar number. That's what actually we took all data from database into objects. Okay, like this. Actually, we created objects like this using constructor, and Dharani name is also there. Dharani Aadhaar number is also there. Now, right, what Sabha by mistakenly did, she changed the Aadhaar number, which is like a actual criminal. Dharani is not a criminal, but somebody actually, some Aisha something, right? She put that by mistake actually when she was doing program by mistakenly actually she was hard coded in value. Okay, like this. A unintentional mistake. Okay, so she did something, and as a result, actually, Dharani is reported as a criminal, which is more dangerous, right? In a day-to-day life, actually, you will deal this kind of situations a lot. If it is like a financial situation or anything, right? you need to secure your data first. Whatever your data, right? Once you create objects, not all the time, but most of the time, you need to make them immutable. You need to now tell. I will go back once. I will tell about immutable concept. What is immutable? Before we jump onto that one, do you have any questions here? Like what is a reflection APA?
Sir, will you explain?
Okay. So reflection API, right? It's a kind of hacking technique. I wouldn't say hacking. I'm just using hacking word actually to just make you how actually they are changing it. Okay, it's not hacking, but the word hacking can fit here because you are changing the behavior of the class which is written by someone by using the reflection API. Okay, so that's what. So what reflection API, right? Using the class, right? This is class object. Class provides how to read. Uh, Class is a skeleton, right? This is okay. Car is a. Let's go to car. Car is a class at this time, and it is a class as well. But there is one more concept called class. This is the generic class. This is this class, right? What it does, anything in the Java is a first, it's a class, and then it comes as an object. So this class actually represents the class portion of that, this one, not object portion. This one actually it represents. Object is this is the object. New, right? This is object. When you say new, that's object. So this car is represents the skeleton now. For this skeleton, this car actually represents. So that's why actually car dot class. That actually gives a holding to this class, any class. Now actually it got a holding to car class. Using that car class, right? It has actually different methods. It has actually anything, or you can go here. There are actually to get annotations, to get enums, to get everything actually. Like remember, actually, we loaded a class.forName in JDBC programming. This is actually to load the class into JVM. So similarly, like it has all other methods, like fields, get methods. Okay, simply actually we can go here. Java.lang.class. Okay, so let's go here. It has actually so many methods, right? So it has what methods we are doing, annotations and all, right? We are now actually using fields. So get declared fields. What it returns, as it says, right? It returns all the fields that are declared in the class. But instead of doing that one, what I'm doing, I'm just doing a specific field by passing the parameter. This gives array. This gives a specific field. So get declared field actually, which is a method which returns a field object. So that's what actually I used it. Where I am. Okay. Now I got a field. But this field is actually, this field gives a reference to this one now. Earlier actually we were here, class object were here. Now we got a field which is holding here. But this field is a private. So what I am doing programmatically, I am actually changing the behavior of that one by setting set accessible equals to true. You can make like a set accessible false. If it is already public, actually you can make like a false. That means it will become private. Now because it is private here, which was not accessible, I made accessible now. Okay. So once I made accessible, okay, once I made accessible, now actually what I'm doing, I'm passing car object, which is created by here. I'm asking this field, this guy, this field reference, right? Okay, change the value of this one on this object, because these are actually skeleton. This represents a skeleton, right? To change value, actually, I need to pass on which object actually I need to change it. It can be like a car 1, car 2, or anything, right? So I'm telling, okay, whatever car which we have created through factory, on that object, I want to change. And what to change? I want to change the value. I want to set whatever the value it was there earlier. I don't care. I'm setting it like a SUV. The type is now changed to SUV on this car object. Okay. You got it?
Yes.
Okay. I think let me explain one more time. This is our car object. Sorry, car class. Class car. Okay. Here what we did, private string type. This is what we have actually. Or let's say the value also we have, right? Set on. I'm setting up value also. Now, what I have actually, I have another thing called class car. This is a class of car, which is representing this one. This entire class. This is a class API. This represents this one. Okay. But what I'm doing with using this one, actually I am accessing, okay, which now actually using this one, I am getting field. This is also a class, but this actually holds, if this is holding car class, okay, this actually holds this one, more like this guy. It holds this one. How? Because I am asking this car, this is car dot class get declared field of type. When I say this one, right, we got a field. First car, that's what car dot class. This is what actually represented in the black. This is got represented in the black. and get declare field is what actually we have here in the field, and that's why we got field now. Okay. Still it is a outsider, right? It's not in the insider. Now what I did, I created a car object. Car object I have created. How I have created? Simply by using car equals to new car of, simply this created a car object, which if I say now, if I say car dot print, now actually if I say this car dot type, right, what it will print?
Sedan.
Yeah, it prints sedan. Okay, prints sedan. Okay, this is what it prints. This one. Now, right, this car, what I am doing? Actually, I have field reference, which is of this one, which is like a skeleton. I got a skeleton, okay, or holding to skeleton. Now I am changing that to field dot. Now actually first thing is field is not accessible, right? This is private. I am not in the same class. So what I'm going to do, set accessible to root. So this one will become actually what it becomes, even though it is private. Okay, now at this time on this field object, okay, this will become string type equals to sedan. This will become public. Assume that this became a public because of this change. Because of this change, right? This became a public. Okay. Still, actually, it is the scaffolding, like framing only, not actually the object you are talking about. Object is created here. Now let's say you are calling field dot set. Now what you are doing, you are passing this object here, car, and value of this one, right, sedan, you are changing to SUV. So it's like you are this object, whatever there in sedan, you are passing it here in the car. This object, you are passing it here. What this guy actually do, this is API, right? External API. This is not related to car. Okay. You can think that these are all actually like a class hacking mechanisms. These are class hacking API, or you can simply call another words reflection API. Okay, this is a separate API set. This API set, using API set, you are changing the car value. this object value. So now, right, this will become, after this change, this will become after this change, this will become car.type, right, which will print SUV. So this is what actually it turns. The same object, right, using reflection, not part of any of this API, using Java reflection API, you can change the behavior, change the values of that one. Okay, is it good now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is called like a reflection API. So now, right, using that, actually somebody did intentionally or somebody did unintentionally, whatever it is, the value is changing. Okay, now coming back to this, our program, right? This is not actually what we want it. It's maybe sensitive data. It may be whatever, right? We want to ensure there might be a situation that you need to create a unchangeable data. That means when you create an object, the data, especially these are called like a DTOs, because this doesn't have any uh, business logic. These are just a model or DTOs, actually data transfer objects. Data is moving from one place to another place. Okay, this is also a design pattern, you can call it a DTO design pattern, which means uh, data transfer objects. It moves the class data, right? Those are data carriers, you can say. No business logic, specific business logic. Even in yesterday example, right? Movie ticket example, booking ticket example, or wherever, right? So movie is a, this movie is a, is there movie? No, I think. Or electricity bill. Bill is a, plan is a transfer object. No. Here is not a transfer object. In many places, actually, we have used them. Student here. The student is a, it does not have any specific logic here, except just actually setting up all the fields, ID, name, and all, right? But student grading application has the logic. That's why actually I was keep on making you habit that don't mix up the objects with logic. Okay, this is also one design pattern. This is called like a data transfer object. This is also called as a, so data transfer object means actually this data we create and we move actually from one place to another in the Java platform. That's why actually it is called like a data transfer object. Now let's coming back here. So there might be a situation, right? When we create car, we want to make sure that the data cannot be changed, and we want to make sure the data is not changed. That's why the concept of that is called like a immutable. Now, which is also is called as immutable. Immutable means no changes after creation. Okay. Now look at this one. As soon as you think about immutable, right? Let's go back once to our car factory. The one famous example is So let's take like a string first. Now what we do? String s1 equals to sub we made it. This string is actually immutable. We call like a immutable. String is immutable. Can we change this one? This value s1? Let's say s1 dot. There are many operations and all, right? S1 dot. There. Okay, not many operations. Okay, forget about it. Let's say that s1 dot. What I'm doing. Substring. I'm just asking like a okay one. S1. Okay. I am actually doing substring actually to cut that one. So will the value change in S1 after this method execution? What do you notice?
No.
No. So no matter actually whatever you do, right? Let's say actually S1 plus there is no append method. Yeah, there is no append method here. So I can't use it. Okay, replace. I will use replace instead of a character. I want to replace to e. Okay, let's debug this one. Instead of doing that one, let's debug that. Okay, S1 is there. Okay, let's actually inspect this value. Interestingly, what happens actually here? Evaluate expression. So this is the one, right? So let's see actually what happens. If I do replace, right, A is turned to E. Are you noticing it? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
A is actually replaced to E. But still, right, you pass this one. Saba value, the S1 value did not change it. So that's the beauty of this one. That's the beauty of strings. Strings are immutable. Why? No matter actually whatever you do, operations on string, they hold the original value. They will not change they will not change anything. The same thing actually, they change it only when if it is reassigned. Let's say S1 equals to S1 plus. Let's say in this case, right, the value is changed. So the reassignment is required. That means actually a new string or something actually you need to explicitly do it. That's why strings are more secure. The reason why they want to do is there is a concept of string pooling that we will explain that whenever the time comes. The reason they want is they want to make like a more secure strings. They want to have a secured strings because of they are pooling it. Okay. So strings will be immutable. At the same time, now we are learning about builder, right? Let's say that string builder, which is equivalent to string, or I will make it like a string builder of sub. I am not doing this replacement. Okay. string s1 still goes here. Now, right, Saba is created here. Even if you create here new string, it's still same thing. So the way how it is new string Saba, I am using string builder also here. Now sb dot replace, same thing I'm also calling, which is, this is similar to okay, why it's there is no replace all.
Sir, in string builder, append method will be there.
What's that?
In string builder, we can use append.
Append will be there, yeah, but I want to demonstrate the same thing, whatever we told it. Okay, so I will still replace it. So what I'm doing, it's a different API. Okay, so from 1, 1, what I want to do, replace e. Let's see what happens. So this is, let me copy and paste it. This is SB, and this is after change. So let's see what is the result of this one. See, Saba is still same thing. If you look actually here, I'm not reassigning here, but still the value is changed here. It came like a SEABA, a new value is added. So replace, right? Let me see. Yeah, look at this one. The value changed. Right? When a method called, right, it changed. SCBA, Saba. Though actually I'm not replace. See, in this case, right, string. So in the first case, actually, string is not changed because it is a string. Why? Because strings are immutable. Whatever the operation you do it, they will not change it until unless they are reassigned. Whereas string builder, which is a facilitation of doing string operations, that is allowing you actually to change the values. Okay, this is also very important question in your code Java. What is difference between string and string builder? Okay, string is a immutable, which means you cannot change the values by doing operations. String builder is meant for, creating additional data or replacing data. The string builder meant for changing the data upon the any operation. So yeah, that's all. Or we can simply, actually, it's so popular that you can think that actually put this one. There are many answers will come to you. Or let's see, this is string buffer. String buffer we haven't covered. Uh, Look this one. Yeah, look this table, mutability. Its string is immutable. Storage is constant pool. I was telling you that one, right? Pool and all. Thread safety, right? This does not have actually thread safety. This also not a thread safety. String builder also. Speed is little bit slow actually. String. We'll learn about that one, but only immutable is what actually required at this time. We only covered immutable today. So string is immutable. String builder is mutable. Mutable means actually it changes the value. Yeah. This is buffer, they explained it. Yeah, this is buffer, but you can still think that this is a builder only, immutable. So what happens? Your memory, right? When you say string, this one, right? Your memory still holds on the hello only. This cannot change it. Its only place actually changes right here. It instead of holding in a stack, it changes on the original place. That's why your value will be changed on any operation. Okay. So far, any questions here on this one? Mutable versus immutable.
No, sir.
Okay, Kavya, Dharani.
No, sir.
Okay. So you got it, right? Very, very important question. I'm telling you that this is one of the almost like a standard question in most of the interviews. What is the difference between string and string build, or what is immutable? Okay, this one answer, different questions. Okay, now let's go back to here. So we want to make something like this one, where if our car is created, right, we want to ensure that the value cannot be changed. So as soon as actually you remember that, as soon as you say that the value cannot be changed, the first thing you should notice is what should you notice? What should you bring it to your mind? You should get final keyword. Okay, you should get final keyword. So anything actually declared as final, that means actually it cannot change it. For example, string s1 equals to as I said, right, Saba. Now s1 equals to Kavya. I cannot reassign this one. Okay, the reason is anything with final keyword I cannot reassign. Now if I remove final, actually it is allowing to reassign, right? If I do it, it's a compile time error. What it's saying, cannot assign a value to a final variable. So this is what your starting point. What you have to do? So now actually you know that actually the final keyword makes you reserve the value. Whatever you assign the value, it reserves that one. If you reassign that one, it throws a error. So use this one. So now let's go back here. Okay. What I will do, because my requirement is not to change anything, I will make all of them final. Final. I made them final. Okay. Now this is okay. And if I don't set this through constructor, right, it will error it out. Because whenever you declare final, right, you need to have some default value. The default value actually is coming through constructor, right? That's why they are not complaining it. Otherwise, what you have to do, you need to give like a some value, SUV, number of gears, to color, white, So if you do like this, right, this will error out actually, because these are already assigned values. Why are you assigning here? It will say that. So you can uncomment of this. But our factory, right, it has to change the values. It has to create objects. These are same objects, same values. We don't want same values. That's why we'll take it out this one. The right way actually will follow that one. We'll make final and private for all the fields. We'll make private and final so that they are not changeable. They are only assigned the values during the object creation. Okay, that is first step. Now let's go back to our program here where I was testing it. This is the one, right? Test. Now let's see, actually, as soon as actually make them final, let's see this behavior, how it is working. Still, actually, you can, let us see it. One second, let me check. Private final type string. Actually, shouldn't change it. Uh, Why it is changing final value? Okay, give me some time on this one. I'll come back on this one. Basically, it should not change the final values. I'm not sure actually why reflection, even though if it is reflection, right? Final means final. That's it. We cannot have change any further values. Okay, so that's why actually we will use car class actually immutable. So how you create immutable is actually let me try one more thing. Final, but it does not related it. No. Yeah, Sabha, you were saying something?
Nothing, sir.
Okay, so I will come back on this one. Why the value is changing? Give me some time. I will come back by tomorrow. Okay. Now, okay. Let's come back to this one. So the immutable object, right? If anybody asks you or how you can create immutable is by doing first actually you will allow. First you will make all objects, all fields actually private final, and then you will set through class, set through object. This is what actually creation of the immutable class. Very simple. You will just create this way. So if you want actually look at string actually how it is created. It's always best practice actually you can go to already existing one and look at this one. So see final bytes. Everything is final bytes, order and all, right? This is where actually your string data holds it. So it is final. So whenever you do strings, right, new string, it's going to value. This value, right, is bytes. It's final. Okay, so that's what actually it is. So you can always go back and how the existing code is created. You can look into this one. Java has a lot of code within the Java code itself. So you can refer them in order to have the best practices. Now, the one more problem comes up. Maybe, you do not have actually all the details in one go. What do? Let's say actually you went to a dealer shop, right? You are buying a car, and you are telling that okay, what type of cars you have. You went to a dealer sales executive and you are asking like what is your car? I want 5-seater. You know actually these 2 points. You want 5-seater car. Okay, that point actually you made it. But what it is, it's a hatchback or sedan. Actually, you are not able to think that one. Or actually, your color actually you are not able to choose it. You give me options like that. Actually, you are asked. So 5-seater car, the sales executive is asking, okay, I have sedan hatchback. Okay, you choose sedan. Then actually you ask like, what colors you have. He's coming up actually different colors. Okay, I have white, I have red, I have orange, I have black, everything. Now, okay, in orange, do you have 5 gears one? Do you have 9 gears car? So you were started asking actually. So your car is not building at one go like here. It's not like a predefined. So your data is coming, your data, right, coming up eventually. It's not coming in a single time, but it is coming up in in a frequent interval or like a step by step. In that case, what do? For this is the design pattern, you will use it, builder design pattern. So what you will do, right? First actually you will you will restricting creation of the car class by doing private. So nobody else can create the car at one go. Nobody else create the car at one go. It's similar to your singleton where you are making a private constructor. So if you look into this one, actually the other people will get a error. Then what you do within this class, you will write another class, inner class, private. Maybe you will make like a static class where you need to access without instance of that one, static. You name it like a builder, car builder. And here, right, you will have exact same copy of this properties. Okay. And for all of this one, you will create methods how to set that. These are not final though. These are not final. Just make them all methods. Now, right, what you will do, you will start creating methods. Public void type string type. You will set this value. This dot type equals to type. Public void number of. These are similar to, these are not set methods, similar to set methods, but we just do not follow set. That's the only difference. Int number of gears. So we will set this dot number of gears equals to number of gears. Same thing. Public void color string color. This dot color equals to color. Public void number of passengers in passengers. This dot number of passengers equal to number of passengers. So we will do this one. You will set all of them here, right? Okay. You will also create a empty constructor first, because of course there will be already default constructor car builder, and this will be public empty constructor, default constructor. This is a default constructor, just nothing actually we're doing. Now, what you will do here, let's go here. Here, right, instead of directly accessing car, which is not actually, which you can't access because of private constructor, what you do, car builder, car builder. Look at this one, car builder. It's an inner class within the car class. We'll create another inner class. Okay, car builder. Car builder equals to new car builder. First, actually, we create a builder. Here in the builder, actually, we specify everything. What you want. Type. Okay. These actually generally, right? I'm sorry. This will return the same instance, not wild type. Wild type, actually, I will tell you like, if it is wild type, actually we need to keep setting with car builder dot number of gears. This is the way actually you need to set it, right? But we want a single line statement to create the or single line, or most of the time we try to use like in a single, multiple objects in single line, multiple properties in single line. For example, in this case, right, we figured it out like a what is type and what is number of gates. So I want to set it same thing. So it's simple way, instead of doing a void. So let's see the magic. Car builder. These two fields actually I want to set it. Now let's go here. Car builder, right? This method, earlier actually it was not returning anything, it was void. Now it returns car builder. So what I am doing, number of gears actually, I am able to set it using simple state. This method also returns car builder. So what I can do on top of that, I can set color. But this color, right, is still a void method. I cannot actually specify anything here, because if I specify this one, again it gives the car builder, right? Right now actually it's not. What I will do, return this every time. This car builder, right? Whenever the value is set, actually I am returning up this object for anything. So now in the car factory, all I am setting up number of passengers. So far we are good. But where is our car? I wanted car object, not car builder object, right? So what we'll do here, we set all of them, right? Now we write another method which returns a car instance, build. Just a plain empty method, build. What it returns? This returns return new car. This guy is still in the same class of car. This guy is still in the same class of car. So he can access all that one. So what we set it actually, type and all, actually we will pass it now. Type, number of gears, color, number of passengers. Okay. Now here, right, I will simply return car builder dot build, which will return me a car. So this is programmatically. Let me explain in my PPT one more time how it is doing, and then I will go back and explain the program also once. So what we are doing, this is a car class, right, which has certain properties, like so which has like a type string, okay, number of gears int, okay, so all these properties are there. Okay, what I am doing first, actually I am making this guy a private constructor, private car, and I am setting up type number of gears. With the private constructor, I'm setting up all the fields for this one, and these are final, by the way. Everything is final. Everything is final. Okay, I set final. All I made private constructor also. Now, right, by making this one, as you know that you cannot access it, you cannot actually anywhere, actually if you want to create the object, anywhere if you want to create the object by passing to these two parameters, uh, car equals to new car, okay, sedan, number of gears 5. As soon as you made this one, right, as soon as you made this one, okay, this will result in cannot make any more objects. Okay, you cannot make any more objects. This statement will make you not to access object creation outside of the world. Private constructor will restrict you making object from outside of class, which is similar to our singleton. This is what actually singleton also, right? We'll make a private constructor. Now what I am doing for this class, a inner class actually I am adding it, which has an inner class called car builder. This car builder, right? These are not final. These are still in the car. Okay, this is still in the car, a inner class. Okay, this is still in the inner class, and this one, instead of my goal is actually my data will be coming up in a step by step, not in one go. So what I'm doing, every time I'm setting up type, right? So which will return, this will public, okay, and which will return this builder instance itself, car builder type string type. Okay, and first actually I'm setting up the value, this dot type equals to type. Okay. Okay, so what happens is, let me show you, annotate. This type actually holding, this type is actually representing this one, okay, and this is representing this one, okay, and this is all, this is already, this is part of this one, public static class. For a minute, actually, I'm moving it. Class car builder. This is where actually this guy is coming up. Okay. Okay, so this car builder represents this one. Now every time actually I'm setting up, right? So what I'm doing, the object, right? This is a car builder. This is not car builder. Okay. For each method, I'm returning this one. Let's say I'm returning type. First, I'm setting up type. Type. String type. So first, actually, what I'm doing, car dot, because this is not directly or may not be directly accessible. Car builder, you can still make private actually, not to ensure that actually this is accessible anywhere else. You can make this as a private also. No, you can't make it private. needs to be public only. Sorry about that. So you can access only through car class. So car builder, because it's inner class. First you are giving a package. It's similar to your package. Actually, we are calling car builder. Car builder equals to new car builder. This is what you created, and with this one you got a car builder here written. Okay. You got a car builder, which is a object of this one. A object of this one, you got it. Okay. Now what you are doing, you are calling up actually whenever actually you are updating fields to the sales manager, right? He is setting up actually, like let's say you went to the shop, you asked actually, okay, I want sedan car. Okay, so he set that sedan. Okay, he put in his checkbox that okay, sedan car. Okay, and return this because this actually returns car builder. So whatever this, right, whatever this actually here, this one, right, first actually object is created. This actually, this actually, this one. So same object actually coming here also. We are returning it. So he put, he noted that in the checklist actually, okay, he wants sedan car. Okay, done. Now he shortlisted all the sedan cars available in the showroom. Okay, now he's telling that, okay, this is a 5 gears one, this is 9 gears one, this is 10 gears one, this is 8 gears car. All these things actually he's explaining. Now you thought like you want to keep in the budget, so you want 5 gears one. Right? So you told that okay, you after price and all, right, you asked like okay, I don't want, I just want first comfort and not the performance speed or anything. So now I want give me 5 gears one. So similarly what you do here, you'll create here car builder, number of gears. So it is number of gears in so this is number of gears. This is setting up number of gears. So same thing. This also returns this same instance. Same instance it will return. So once actually your list is, once you actually whatever the marks actually he will creating the checklist, right? It is ready. And now actually what you will do, will go to price, right? You will discuss with your sales executive like what is the total price, when the car will be ready and all, actually will discuss with him. And if you like actually, okay, let's go ahead. Then right, this one, he will use car dot build. Here actually we have one more method called build, public car build. Here what we are doing, whatever the fields we have, right, it's like a or actually it may be like a you are in a restaurant, actually you are giving the bearer, right, all orders. He is noting down all in a notepad, and whenever actually you say that he's going and giving it to kitchen for a chef, that okay, this guy wanted these many items, something like that. So he is now actually similar way, it is in the local to the card. He is passing all whatever you give the uh, requirements of your card. He is passing to the car object here. It's a private car. It's still accessible. This one is accessible. This one, why? This one will call this private constructor here, okay, and create the car, because these are final and you can't modify it further, and car is created. That's what actually programmatically we showed it. Now I'm erasing it. Okay, so again I'm repeating. First thing is, in order to create the builder, we need to make it's an immutable class. Means actually nobody can alter the values. Only through builder only we need to create the object. So first what we did, we created all private final fields. And also second step is we made private constructor and setting up all the values. Why private constructor? Private constructor cannot be accessible outside of the class, and we want to create object only at once. And then we are creating another static class, because we want, with the requirements are coming, the data is coming up step by step process. So we created one more public static class with same fields actually, just to hold in the memory, just hold it, not to create the object, but just hold it. We created same thing, but this time actually these are not final. And every setter method is actually is same as the field name, and it returns builder object also. That's the third step. So the syntax will be, all setter methods will be having, but there is no set actually set in this one. And we'll return the builder object in each case. That's the only difference between a regular setter and a builder setter. Once that is done, we'll have a build method where it will be calling a car constructor with all the fields. That's it. That's what actually we will be using it here. Any questions on this one now?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is what actually, if you don't have any questions, it's well and good. You don't need to, this is just a concept only, but concept is very important. But every time actually, do you do this program, right? Do you do this kind of thing? The answer is no, maybe no. The reason is, I'm stepping onto the next level. Let's say, restaurant order. What you are ordering in a restaurant, right? So you are keep on adding that to a item. So what you are adding? So as soon as actually you ordered biryani. Okay, this is private string. What you are ordered, type or name biryani, private. Next one is you are ordering the biryani itself, like he's asking like how spicy you want, sir. Okay, when you do this one, spicy level, when you do that one, right? When you told that, okay, I want a spicy biryani. So next one is, do you want any extras like salads, or do you want a raita or anything? Actually, he is asking you. So this is actually your is for single order. These many things actually a restaurant bearer will note when you say that one. And that paper as is, actually he will give it to restaurant. Once you done, right, that's where this order will be made and uh, goes to the chef to make it, and he will make according to your need. So yeah, it's like every time actually making a static. So if you want to do that, right, so you need to make a private constructor. All these things are okay, not difficult. Those are easy steps, but repeatable steps. So that's why actually we got like called concept. Somebody actually in the open source, they found that actually why actually everybody is doing this repeated job. Why can't actually I auto generate it? Just like a IntelliJ, if you generate constructor, right? If you generate constructor, it's coming up, right? Why can't actually I do auto generate? Why every developer need to suffer actually typing in? It's my I'm not a typing, I'm not a typer, right? And this is not a typewriter. I want actually to focus only on my business or functionality. Why I am doing a typing job, right? So that's why there is a concept called Lambo. Somebody actually they created to solve this kind of repeated problems. All I said, right, there is always actually you need to think there will be some reusable components. The open source frameworks are available, right? So this is also one of that one, Lambo. So these guys actually develop a API or jar file where if you attach that one, it automatically generates all your builder and everything. So what you need to do, so this is what actually install. So go here, Maven. All you need to do, right, add this one in your dependencies. Its latest version is 1.18.24. I'll attach that to here in your dependencies. I haven't covered scope actually. Don't let it be as of now. But I will cover actually when time comes. I did that one, right? So now I will just Maven reload. Okay. Now you can ask me like how actually just adding a library. If you come here, right, project Lombok is already added. How your library knows that what I want it. Maybe I don't want builder. I don't want to do this one, right? How it knows it now, right? That's why actually they created like what you want, specify it. They have actually called Lambo. They have annotations. What you want to specify, you need to specify with the annotations. See, there is a builder annotation. So what I will do, let's create builder. That's the only thing. You just tell that Lambo builder. The magic happens. Let's say you are in builder. Where you are in builder? Why it is not there? Okay, restaurant order came in the test. Now, right, let me go here. restaurant order test. Let me create. So I'll make it public void test builder. Let me see actually if I have builder access or not. Okay. Let me make it test method. Okay. Now what is that? Restaurant order. Order equals to restaurant order. Look at this one. Did I specify actually anything like a builder, build and everything? The builder, restaurant order dot builder?
No, sir.
No, I haven't specified, but actually it's coming up. So you can create this way restaurant builder, or actually you can create restaurant builder, restaurant order builder. See, this class I haven't created. If you go here, it's not even here. All it is coming up with the annotation magic. Annotation coming up with this annotation. And this guy actually, whoever did that, right? He is using some inside that. As of now, you can think like some magic is happening. This guy doing some reflection API and all actually doing that one. And actually he is modifying your class data to create all this stuff actually, whatever we did. This stuff, right? Whatever we did, he's doing that magically with a single annotation. Okay. So we create restaurant builder, and here, right, as I mentioned, so you can keep on give that spice level, extra spicy. What it is? Name is biryani. Side order, extras. Okay. Raita. Okay. Dot bill, which will give restaurant order. Okay. But this jar files makes your life simple. Though actually it makes simpler, you need to understand the concept actually. When you are trying to debug or when you are trying to solve anything, right? You need to understand like what is builder, why they did something like this. The concept is more important. Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, then that's all actually. So again, keep practicing. Today, right? I don't know like how much you understand today. Your assignment is write all 3 design patterns and send it to me. What is singleton? What is factory? What is builder? How you do it? Maybe if you can give the example also, right? That is well and good. Tomorrow we are starting spring.
Okay, sir.
Okay.